Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome tonight. And Sim, thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. When Black people and Black women said that they are resting, now I hope you all can see the reason why they said they are resting. One thing I have known about Black women is that when they say something, they have their reason. It is left for you to relax and say the reason, or you just move on. Now, I saw a video of a Latino woman, right? Calling a Black woman the N word. I am not joking because I am still trying to wrap my head around how this woman made that video. But I am no longer making excuse for anybody. She said what she said, and she actually meant what she said. Yeah, you heard me right. You heard me right. And I hope you all can actually also see the reason why Black women, Black people said that they are resting and they are not supporting or helping anybody in this period. I hope you all are saying it. And the reality is that we all can see how anti-Black some communities are. I don't know why you all are being anti-Black, but that's how it's been, right? And I hope you all can hold yourselves accountable the way you all hold Black people, the way you all are looking for a way to hold Black people for something they know nothing about. You all voted, so you all should be the one to hold yourselves accountable. Let's get into this video.
If you want to talk like that, none of us have asked none of you Negroes for shit. None of us have asked none of the Negroes for nothing. Okay, we have not said join our fight. But if you're going to sit this one down, sit down and shut the fuck up for once. No, because somebody needs to come educate her. Because you know how many times we've been writing with y'all? You know how many times y'all went out protesting for your rights and we were right there next to y'all? No, because somebody needs to come educate her.
Somebody needs to come educate her. I'm not addressing this bullshit no more during Black History Month, but who the fuck taught you to say educate like that? Because you said it really fucking weird. It sounds like your tongue is sliding down your throat while you're trying to talk. And this is the fucking energy that you have in this goddamn video.
No, because somebody needs to come educate her. Because you know how many times we've been writing with y'all? You know how many times y'all went out protesting for your rights and we were right there next to y'all?
But this is your energy in the goddamn comments. First of all, bitch, don't ever say jack shit about my kids because my kids are Afro-Latino and I'm definitely gonna raise them to not think the way the fuck you think and the way you were fucking raised. And I'm gonna tell you like how your mama and daddy should have fucking taught you. White adjacent does not fucking mean white, mija. As far as them white people are concerned, babe, all you are is a motherfucking Negro that can speak Spanish. So watch your mouth on these motherfucking TikTok streets because you don't know what bitch out here is fucking crazy enough to come find you, especially over their kids. And I can't speak very much fucking Spanish, but I can say this. Tu es muy gorda, bitch. P90X. No comida. Tu culo es muy gorda. Bitch.
Now, funny, you wanna call me Gore, that bitch, but you're over here looking.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you no more than 2-3 days ago asking, where are Black people? Was that not you? That was you, right? That was you, right? You? Wasn't it you? When the ICE raids and the deportations and shit started happening, didn't you ask where Black people were? And yet here you are, calling a Black woman a bitch. Are you still wondering? Is it still confusing to you? Would you like for me to spell it out for you? Okay. Don't worry about it, fam. I got you. You see, Black folk tried to save your ass. They did. They voted against the motherfucker that is currently sitting in the White House who is prioritizing white South Africans and deporting people that speak Spanish. Now, shout out to the Latino women who overwhelmingly voted against this. But I need y'all to understand something. maybe, and I'm just spitballing because that's all I do, I spitball. Maybe if y'all hadn't been so goddamn nasty to black folks in the run-up to this election, maybe some of them would be here for you. That's a novel idea. See, y'all are missing it. Y'all think this is all about, not wanting to be in solidarity because of this, that, and the third, and because y'all voted one way and we voted another. No. This goes far beyond that. Nobody cared who you voted for. Nobody. But your anti-blackness and your anti-black women is what got y'all here in the first place. And every one of y'all seem to be missing that. Every one of y'all. Doesn't matter what demographic it is. If Donald Trump is touching your community and your demographic and y'all are asking where the fuck we are, let me help y'all understand something. You could have voted however you wanted, but you did not have to disrespect black women. You didn't. You didn't have to disparage the black community. You fucking didn't. And we saw all of it. All of it. We watched and said nothing. We were fighting with y'all in comment sections. Whether it's Gaza or immigration. When we went and voted, we voted against everything that is happening to y'all. And when we saw, not just the voting numbers, but everything that led up to that, the disrespect online, the disrespect offline, the snide comments, the shitty fucking comments, the disrespect to a black educated woman. Y'all fed into that bullshit. Y'all did. Y'all stood next to white supremacy rather than standing with people who would fight white supremacy. And the funny part about it, the part that really aggravates me and still aggravates me to this very day, is that none of you would be able to say half the shit that y'all are saying and did say, were it not for the fact that black folks put their lives and their bodies on the line for you to have the right to do so. Y'all think this is about the vote. No. We're not FAFO because you voted for somebody. That's on your conscience. That's you having to deal with your own inner monologue. It was the disrespect of black people and black women in particular that turned us the fuck off. Yeah, y'all were out there with the protests for George Floyd. And then you literally became extremely racist and just straight up misogynistic towards not just any black woman, but the most educated black woman ever to run for the presidency. And in doing that, you disrespected black people in general and black women in particular. Y'all think we dislike y'all because of who you voted for or didn't vote for? No. It was your nastiness. It was your nastiness. It was your disrespect. It was your disrespect to the black community. It was your disrespect to black women who are always the vanguard, always the front lines fighting for every goddamn body else. And when black women saw Project 2025 coming down the pike, they knew Biden was getting ready to not run for a second term, and he endorsed his vice president. None of you motherfuckers stopped to think for a half a second, am I disagreeing with her because of her policies? Or am I being racist to her? Am I being misogynistic? Practicing misogynoir? Am I? Y'all keep thinking this is about your vote. I'm not making that counter on how many days it's been since Jill Stein opened her goddamn mouth because of who you voted for. No. It is simply because of the nastiness that you showed on the way to the voting booth. The reason black folks are standing down and resting is because we watched how y'all acted Y'all moved funny. Y'all said a whole lot of slick shit out the side of your mouth. And now the results are coming back. And this video, that clip I just showed you, proves my point. It absolutely 100% proves my point. Now she got to be a bitch. But a couple of days ago, you were asking where black folks are. Well, it looks like you just answered your question a couple of days later. When y'all start to deconstruct your own internal racism, maybe we'll come back to the table. But as it stands right now, when it comes to other marginalized communities, black people don't trust any of you. Any of you. Not because of who you voted for, but because of the nastiness, the disrespect, the blatant racism, the white patriarchy coming out of brown mouths and Muslim mouths that you showed on the way to that vote. You want to know where we are? You just answered your own question. We out.
Let's try this again. The sound was removed.
Now, funny, you wanna call me Gore, that bitch. But you're over here looking like this. You look like a man, babe. But, you know. Oh, and since you wanna learn Spanish so bad, tú eres una puta gorda que aparte de negra, eres naca.
Latinas and Latinos, when you're walking around and marching and wondering where the black people are, the black people are at home because we have been continuously seeing shit like this. The disrespect, the racism, the anti-blackness will no longer be tolerated. Get your people together. Y'all need to get her together. Yeah. Black people, we are continuing to mind our fucking business.
This message is for those of us who are members of the 92%. Do not fall for these attempts to rage bait you in order for people to extract your free labor and extract your resource of your advocacy as we go into these next 4 years. Don't fall for it. Absolutely stick to your guns and let these people go and protest and figure their shit out. Because when we were trying to tell them weeks and months and years ago that all this stuff that is happening is exactly what Donald Trump said he would do, is exactly what all of his acolytes said he would do, they didn't want to listen to us. So don't fall for the attempts to be lured into using your voice and your labor and your advocacy. Don't fall for them. They're baiting you. They're trying to rage bait you, and they're going to continue trying to rage bait us with all of the accusations and with all of the name calling. They're going to get really anti-black real quick. It's going to be very noiristic really quickly. Don't fall for it. Because the whole point was that we were to vote for Kamala and Tim Walz so as to avoid having to do any further advocacy and protesting and demonstrating. That was the whole point. Because as we have clearly seen, snarking and being sarcastic on social media and even sometimes protesting and demonstrating don't necessarily win elections. Good debate performances don't win elections. Votes win elections. And when the time came down to it, the 92% and the 88% showed the fuck up in the voting booth and acted accordingly. So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Stay the fuck out of it and let these people figure this shit out on their own. Because as I've said before in the past, how many times has your own life fallen apart and gone to absolute shit? How many times has your own life become a complete and total, utter dumpster fire and you've been left with no resources, no recourse, no assistance and having to figure shit out? And you still figured shit out, right? Okay, so you have the resources, you have the know-how, you have the knowledge, you have the capability. These people don't. All their screaming and shouting about where are black people now, and we don't have time to rest, and we don't have the luxury of bowing out of this fight. All of that is coming from either a place of guilt or fear. those people asking those questions are guilty, and that they either didn't vote accordingly or they didn't push their loved ones in their surrounding immediate social circles to vote accordingly. So now they feel guilty and they're projecting that onto everybody fucking else. And it is also coming from a place of fear because they see now finally exactly what's about to happen and exactly what is happening, and are fast coming to the realization that they do not have Black people as allies, as voices, as boots on the ground who will get up and go take up protest signs and go create hashtags and create social movement and demand change. You're not using our free labor anymore. That is done. That is a thing of the motherfucking past, and it's staying in the past. Because we go on those front lines and we get shot, we get rubber bulleted, we get maced, we get arrested, and then have criminal records that prevent us from accessing job opportunities, and nobody is around to help us. Y'all reap the benefits of us being shot and maced and rubber bulleted and having criminal records and stuff like that. But y'all do not absolutely support us in recovering from those very traumatic experiences. So fuck no. And don't also don't fall too for the racial rage bait is what I'm calling it. Well, when Black people do XYZ, you guys get attention. Let me ask you just one motherfucking question. When Black people need to go create noise for a particular cause, do Black people solicit the resources or demand the labor and the support of other groups, or do Black people just get up and get the shit done? Think about it. Do we get on here talking about where are the so-and-so and who are the so-and-so and why aren't they supporting us and where are their voices? Or do we just get up and get shit done? Please see the civil rights movement. Please see the Black Lives Matter movement. Please see George Floyd protests. We just got up, took up arms, and got shit done. We didn't need the voices or the support or the allyship of all you fake motherfuckers who turn around and voted for Trump silently anyway. The exit polls speak for themselves. Don't argue with me. Argue with the motherfucking facts. Thank you. So in this next period, I'm carrying on. I'm moving on with my life, and I'm living every day the best that I can in the most peaceful way that I can, preserving my peace, preserving my energy, and preserving my time, because it is very clear to me that you all do not give a flying fuck about the impacts of these things that happen to Black people. You guys don't listen to Black American people. When Black American people try to tell everyone, look, we've seen men like Trump before, he's not fucking around, you give him a second chance, and he's really going to show you who he really is. You didn't want to listen to Black people. You wanted to either be white and racist, or if you were not white and you're a person of color, you want to be white. And you're finding out very, very quickly, especially you immigrants, you're finding out very quickly that that is not the case. Oh, but you're an immigrant too. And yeah, do you see how I voted? Do you see that I voted for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? Did you see all the videos I was making on here on using the power of my social media presence to try to rally people to make sure they're registered to vote, to make sure that they're voting for Harris and Walz, to really focus on the issues and things like that? So I did my part. My civic duty has concluded, because my civic duty was voting accordingly to prevent disaster, so I wouldn't have to demonstrate. I'm tired of demonstrating. For you white folks and you non-Black people of color, demonstrating and protesting is like a fad for you. It's like a cute little trend. So you get up and do it when you feel like it, because your lives really have never been on the line like that. So it's cute for you. For me, this is life and death. And I'm tired of living on the edge, to be very honest with you. So you can go ahead and say all of the misogynistic, anti-Black things you want towards Black women in particular who are withdrawing from this fight, because we've literally been fighting our entire lives, our entire existence in this fucking country, in this fucking country, and in any other country that either is American imperialist or any other country that was subject to colonialism. We've been fighting our entire lives. I don't have to fight anymore because y'all don't want to listen. You want to reap the rewards of my fight, of my labor, of my voice, of my advocacy, and all the things I demand for change. And then when it comes down to it, you actually don't want to support me. And that much is clear based on the exit polls of who voted for whom in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Don't argue with me. Go argue with those numbers. And in closing, I've said it before and I will continue to say it again until I'm blue in the face. As a former immigrant, the anti-Blackness that I observe immigrants come to America and want to absorb or want to enforce on Black people, while at the same time reaping the benefits of the advocacy that Black American people continue to perform, is astounding to me. The exit polls from presidential elections never cease to amaze me. The number of non-black people of color who vote for the Republican Party, a party that is staunchly xenophobic, anti-immigrant, anti-person of color, anti-freaking everything that aligns with how an immigrant in America is supposed to live. It never ceases to amaze me because y'all don't want to align and ally with black people unless it's convenient, unless your life is on the line, unless whatever it is, because it's very clear that you all either don't have the balls to stand up and demonstrate the way that black people do, because as black people have taught me, as black American people have taught me, a foreigner, closed mouths do not get fed. Y'all don't have the balls to stand up to white people. Or you are hoping, secretly hoping at the back of your mind that one day white people will accept you into their fold and you'll be able to absorb and exercise the power of white supremacy. So you don't stand up to white people because you just don't want to, because you think you're white at the back of your mind, because you're not black after all, right? Just like the poor people on social media who defend billionaires. That's what you all sound like. It's pitiful. It's disgusting. We can see you and white people can see you, and they know that they can work you like fucking putty in their hands. They know that you are so easily manipulated. All it takes is anti-blackness to be triggered in order for you to vote for a Republican, and you're a brown person. Or you're a Latin person. Your first language isn't even fucking English, and you think Republicans have your best interest at heart. Deal with that on your own. Don't fucking call me.
Thing is revolutionary because our grandmothers did not get to rest. Just one generation ago, my grandmother only rested when she was sick. So take your moment today, my sister, and give yourself good rest. I am grateful. My husband booked me somewhere to go today, but I just want you to know you deserve it. If you think about it, you deserve it. That is their mission. This is more mental warfare than it is anything right now. This is all about the mind. So you believe your value, your worth. Take your rest where you can actually enjoy it and receive it. All right? Love you.
So, since we are now, as a collective, black woman in our rest era, I decided to kind of like tell you guys what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 years. I will be getting fine as fuck. Okay, I will be getting in the best shape of my life. I will be creating content consistently and building my social media strategy business. So if you want to see a black girl get fine as fuck, build a business, focus on her YouTube channel, you know what to do. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Yesterday, something in me shifted. I can't even put it to words. I'm going to try, but something in me shifted yesterday. Something in me shifted in a way where it was like, you know what? It is time for you to stop being in service to other people and focus on your motherfucking self. It is time for you to start to put yourself first. It is time for you to start to prioritize yourself. It is time for you to stop playing with your potential. Like, something in me shifted. I can't even describe it. And as I scroll through TikTok, I realize I'm not the only one. And that makes me feel so fucking great, because it makes me realize that we all are good. Like, we're good off you. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm not even going to go into specifics, but just know we're good. We're done. We're good. We're good. Those who get it, they get it. And now that we are where we are, I'll be getting fine as fuck, making as much money as humanly possible, and I will have my noise canceling headphones on for the next 4 years. Honestly, until the foreseeable future. Another thing that I've done is I've unfollowed anybody that was following the person that won, because I refuse to say his name. I also have deleted all of my dating apps, and I've also deleted my profiles because I'm done. I've already been unintentionally doing the 4B movement, but now I am actively announcing it out loud. I am a part of the 4B movement, okay, until the foreseeable future. So for the next 4 years and onward, depending on what is put in place and what kind of mess happens, and onward, I will be in the gym, holding my camera, editing content, building a business. That's it. Nothing else. Oh, and of course, traveling. Duh. I will be traveling. But aside from that, I'm good. I'm checked out. I am checked the fuck out. I'm checked the fuck out of everything else around me, and I'm tuned into my motherfucking self. So please, ladies, If you have a YouTube channel, drop it in the fucking comments. If you want to get to 10K on TikTok, drop that in the fucking comments, because we are doing a black girl follow train. We are doing that, and we're sticking to it for the next 4 years, or honestly, to the foreseeable future. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love us. Caught a Latina finally saying the N-word in public. Here it is.
No, because somebody needs to come educate her. Somebody needs to come educate her.
I'm not adjusting this.
Well, since you want to talk like that, none of us have asked none of you Negroes for shit. None of us have asked none of the Negros for nothing. Okay, we have not said join our fight. But if you're going to sit this one down, sit down and shut the fuck up for once.
Are you mad? Are you a little angry? Ashley Trevino's younger sister did went rampant all over TikTok. Look, baby, whenever you tell black women to sit down and shut up, we tend to get up and be even louder than we were before. And thank you for coming out and actually saying what other Latinas want to say but won't say because they too scared to say. You said this from a backup page. Yep, that's you. But this is your real page. Why don't you say it on this page? And baby, next time you go to Tijuana to get you a BBL, make sure they get your chin too. You don't match.
Now, funny, you want to call me Gore, that bitch, but you're over here looking like this. You look like a man, babe. But, you know. Oh, and since you want to learn Spanish so bad, tú eres una puta gorda que aparte de negra, eres naca.
This is all I got from this video. And now, when you hear black women saying they're arresting, now you know why they said they're arresting. I hope that does make sense. Because they have been of service to every other person, everybody. There is nobody they are not servicing. They service high and mid all of it, right? And in return, what do they get? Absolutely nothing, right? I don't know if that does make sense to anybody, but I love the fact that you all chose, by yourselves, said it is time for us to rest. Like the other lady said, resting is revolutionary, right? Black women do not ever get rest. The only time they get rest is probably only when they are sick. And some, even when they are sick, they still want to take care of every other person. But I think it is high time we say it is over, and it is over. Not until further notice. And that further notice is till we say, now we are back to work. But as it stands, you all can say it. And for Latinos, I am not saying, I don't want to probably generalize or something, but I hope you all are seeing the kind of videos coming out from your community since. It's been back to back Latino period. Why? Because you all have something to say. It is amazing how everybody wants to hold black people responsible for their own problems too. You all made a mess of something, and now it is black people that will still pay for it. Like how? How does that even work? Does that even work? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Can you people understand that black people are humans too? They have blood running in their veins, right? They are not robots. They are human beings. And the earlier you all start treating them like humans, the better for you people. Because it's to your own advantage, not even to our own advantage. You all are busy screaming, help us, help us. Why are you people quiet? We've assisted you. Black people have also done the same for you people. And the last place we all expected every one of you to show how we wanted the same thing, how we all wanted something great for ourselves was at that polling unit, and you all failed. And now it is black people that made a mistake, right? Because that is how it is. I am not gonna lie. If I were black people, I am still not coming. I will not come out. Now, this is to tell you something. You know, for how many days we've been seeing videos of everybody screaming. You see this Fafu. Fafu actually started so greatly. Why am I saying it started so greatly? It started so well in the sense that it did not even waste time at all. It did not waste time, and it is hitting everybody back to back. I love to say it. Because you all thought, see, you know why I am not even going to make any video asking anybody to come together? Because I cannot tell you to come together. I will never try that. Not until I hear from you that we are ready to work things out. That is when I can talk about working things out. But I will never come out here to say, let's work. No, I am not that silly. I'm not that crazy. But white people, everybody's calling black people because black people are, you all know. I mean, in every sense, everybody know how powerful black people are. But I think you all have exhausted your last chance because black people extended their grace so much. When I said so much that you all took them for granted and took advantage of their kindness. Now they are saying we are not trying anymore. We are not serving any democracy. And that it's on period. Now, one thing I have noticed with some people is that as much as they can take advantage of you, they want to ride on it for so bad. When I say so bad, they want to ride on it. They want to ride on it. But there is no longer space for anybody riding on anybody. And I hope you all can see the video coming out from your community, how we are being called the other word, because she felt that is the only way to denigrate that woman that was telling her something. And then she mounted the camera and said what she said. She actually said it and she meant it. I ain't making excuses for anybody anymore. When people tell you who they are, just take it. You do not have to continue defending, because defending is as good as you are a bad person. I rest my case. Bye for now.